Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. We are studying new syllabus mathematics book 3, and we have started at chapter number 2, which is further functions. This topic we have already studied in book 2. It's chapter number 7, which was the chapter of functions. This is further functions. In this functions, the expressions uh, will be of higher order. That is, the expression will be quadratic or cubic expressions. This is the definition of the function. A function can be defined as an equation for which any x that can be plugged into the equation will yield exactly one y out of the equation. So this type of equation, y is equal to something. On the right hand side though of this equation there will be an expression. That expression may be linear, quadratic, or whatever. In the previous chapter, in the previous book, we have defined a function as a relation that assigns each and every element of set A to one and only one element of set B. That is, for every x, there should be one and only one value of y. Same is the definition of x, which is slightly changed. We have written this an equation for which any x, if we will put any value of x in the equation, we will get one value. If there is more than one value for one value of x, then that relation will not be a function. The values which we put in the function are called the domain of the function, and the values which we get output are the range or images of the function. Notation of a function is denoted or represented by different ways. F of x is equal to something. This is the typical or classic way of writing a function. F of x is equal to, on the right hand side of this there will be an expression. There are some more types. In the previous book we have studied the expression written in this form. This is read as f is a function such that x maps to y. That is, f is a relation that maps every element x to one and only one element of y. This x is the element of one set, and y is the element of another set. So this is the relation which is defined by this relation. If we will put any value of x, we will get one value of y. Or the function can be represented by this: f of x is equal to 8x minus x square, or f of x is equal to y, where we have written y is equal to f of x. So function can be written as f of x, or it is equal to y. On the right hand side we will put the value of x, and then that value calculated will give us the value of y. Value of the function. Value of the function is represented by this function, and for x we will replace that value at which we need to find the value of the x. F of a is the value of the function f of x at x is equal to a. This is what we have already studied. Now if this is the function written in this form of function will be written in this form: f of x is equal to 8x minus x square, and we will put the value of x at which we need to find the value of this function. In this case, if we are asked to find the value of this function at x is equal to minus 3, so all the x's in this equation will be replaced by minus 3. This x is replaced with minus 3 equals to this x is replaced with minus 3, and this x is replaced with minus 3. Simplify this and get the answer. So the value of this function when x is equal to minus 3 is equal to minus 33. So let's solve some questions of exercise 2a. In this question number 1, function is given g. Now this function is represented by the letter g. G of x is equal to x square plus 5. Find the values of part 1, part 2 and part 3. In part 1 you are asked to find the value of this function at x is equal to a. So we will simply replace x by this letter a. So this x is replaced with a, this x is replaced with a, and we get a square and plus 5. Because right hand side of this equation cannot be further simplified, so this is your value of this function when x is equal to a. In part 2, you are asked to find the value of the given function when x is equal to a plus 1. That is, in the function you will replace all x's by a plus 1. So in this function we will replace x with a plus 1 equals to this x is replaced with a plus 1, and we will take the square of this because there is square of x plus 5 as it is. We will expand this by using the identity a plus b whole square. Here b is 1. So this is a square plus 2ab. 2a multiplied by 1 is 2a plus b square, that is 1 square, and plus 5. Simplify the right hand side, we will get a square plus 2a plus 6. This is the value of this function at x is equal to a plus 1. And its third part is, in this you are asked to find the values of this function at x is equal to a plus 1 and at x is equal to a minus 1, and then subtract these two values. So we will solve this like this. First we will write the value of this function when x is equal to a plus 1 within the square bracket. Replace x with a plus 1, take its square plus 5, then minus this minus sign, and we will take the value of this function at x is equal to minus 1 within the second square brackets. A minus b, a minus 1 whole square plus 5. Now expand within the bracket, simplify within the bracket. First we will remove this round bracket, and we will take the square of a plus 1. Square of a plus 1 is a square plus 2a plus 1 plus 5, and square of a minus b whole square, square of a minus 1 is a square minus 2a plus 1 plus 5. Now simplify within the brackets, we get a square plus 2a plus 6 minus a square minus 2a plus 6. Remove these brackets because there is negative sign before this square bracket, so the sign of each term within the bracket will be changed. This is minus a square plus 2a and minus 6. This 6 is cancelled with this 6, and the 2 a square is cancelled with minus a square. We are left with 2a and 2a, so we will add these two terms. 2a plus 2a is equal to 4a. Question number 2. In this question 2, the function is given. Capital F of x is equal to 1 over 2x and x plus 1. And we are asked to solve different parts of this question. That is, value of this function when x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3, or x is equal to this. And then same type of question which we have solved in previous question, third part of it. Now let's start with part 1. Function is given, f of x is equal to 1 over 2x into x plus 1. Find the value when x is equal to 1. F of 1 is equal to 1 over 2. Replace every x with 1. This x with 1. Simplify 1 plus 1 is 1, 2. 1 over 2 multiplied by 2. This 2 is cancelled with 2, and we are left with 1. Third part of this is you are asked to find the value of the given function when x is equal to 3. So in this function we will replace all x's by 3. This x is replaced with 3, this x is replaced with 3, and this x is replaced with 3. Now simplify, 3 plus 1 is 4. So we get f of 3 is equal to 1 over 2, this 3, and 3 plus 1, 4. This 4 is cancelled with this 2. 2 2s are 4 and 2 3s are 6. So the value of this function when x is equal to 3 is equal to 6. In fourth part, you are asked to find the value of func f when x is equal to this. That is, you are asked to find a function where x is equal to x minus 1. So in this function, we will replace all x's with x minus 1. This x is replaced with x minus 1. This x is replaced with x minus 1, and this x is replaced with x minus 1, and plus 1 is there. Within these brackets, this plus 1 will be cancelled with this minus 1, and will be left with 1 over 2 x minus 1 and x. This x can be written between 1 over 2 and this bracket. So the answer of part 4 is f of x minus 1 is equal to 1 over 2 x into x minus 1. But this fifth part is same as the third part of question number 1, in which you are asked to find the difference of the two values of the function. That is the value of this function, difference between the value of this function at x is equal to 5 and x is equal to 4. So we will first, this is equal to this value of the function when x is equal to 5. Replace all x's with 5. This x is replaced, then minus sign, and the value of this function when x is equal to 4. 1 over 2 x 4 plus 1. Simplify within the brackets 1 over 2 5 into 6 minus 1 over 2 4 into 5. This 6 will be cancelled with 2. 2 3s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. This 4 will be cancelled with this 2. 2 2s are 4 and 2 5s are 10. So from this bracket we get 15, and from here we get minus 10, and subtracting 15 and minus 15 and 10 we will get 5. So the value of this expression is equal to 5. Eighth part, this one. Again, you are asked to find the difference between the values of this function when x is equal to x, that is the difference between these two functions. When x is equal to x, the same function, and when you replace x by x minus 1 in this function. So f of x minus 1 will be equal to this function as it is, f of x minus replace x with x minus 1. This x is replaced with x minus 1 and x minus 1 plus 1. This plus 1 is cancelled with this minus 1. So we get 1 over 2x into x plus 1 minus 1 over 2 into x minus 1 into x. Rewriting this, removing these two brackets, look at this. 1 over 2x is common in the two terms. So we will take 1 over 2x common, and we will be left with x plus 1 and minus x minus 1. Remove these brackets within the square brackets. We will get x plus 1 minus x plus 1. This x will be cancelled with x because both have opposite signs. We get 1 over 2x into x plus 1 minus x plus 1. Minus x will be cancelled with the plus x. We will get 1 over 2x into 2. Now this 2 will be cancelled with this 2, and we will left with only x. Its ninth part is simple. You just have to replace x with x square to find the value of f of x square. Replace this x with x square, replace this x with x square. So you get a new function which is 1 over 2 x square into x square plus 1. This is question number 3. In this question, function is given h of x is equal to x square minus 5x plus 4. In first part, you are asked to express h of 2a minus h of a. Simple. You have to subtract these two values, the value of h at x is equal to 2a and value of h at x is equal to a. So first you will replace x by 2a, and we will get 2a square minus 5 into 2a plus 4, because x has to be replaced with 2a. And then minus sign and replace x with a in this function. Simplify within the bracket, we get 4a square minus 10a plus 4. Remove this bracket because there is negative sign before the bracket. So sign of each term within the bracket will be changed. Now 4a square minus a square is 3a square plus 4 will be cancelled with minus 4. So our final answer will be 3a square minus 5a. This is second part. In second part, you are asked to find the value of a, values of a for which h of a equal to 0. Yani that is the value of this function when x is replaced by a is equal to 0. So in this equation, replace each x is equal to a and put the expression is equal to 0. H of a. H of a is this a square minus 5a plus 4 and this is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. Solve this quadratic equation to get the values of a. The factors of 4 are minus 4 and minus 1. Break middle term. Factorize by grouping first two terms and last two terms. The product of two factors is equal to 0. Therefore, we will put each factor equal to 0 and we will get the value of a. So a is equal to 4 or a is equal to 1. When the value of this function at x is equal to a is equal to 0, the values of a must be 4 or 1. Third part is same as this first part. The only difference is that there is the addition of two expressions. The expression when x is replaced by a square in this function and the expression when h is replaced by a. So when you replace x by a square, we will get the square of a square minus 5a square plus 4 because in this expression we have to replace x with a square and then plus h of a, that is second time we will replace x with a square minus 5a plus 4. Remove these two brackets because there is a plus sign before this bracket, so sign of each term within the bracket will remain same. A square, the square of a square is a4 minus 5a square plus 4. Remove the brackets and simplify. A4, there is only one term with a4 minus 5a square plus a square is minus 4a square, then minus 5a and 4 plus 4 is 8. So this is how we will solve these questions of functions. Hope this lesson is clear to you. Your today's homework is you will solve the remaining parts of question number 2, second, sixth and seventh part. This is my profile and this is my YouTube channel. You are requested to subscribe this channel and like or dislike the videos. Keep doing practice because practice makes knowledge perfect. Thank you for watching and Allah Hafiz.